Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to C.A.R. Entertainment. I'm your host Dylan Hamilton, guys, and today we're back talking about A21 business studies. We've been doing a lot of biology as we're reaching into some A22 business studies, but we're back with some A21, and we're going to talk about some decision tree analysis, which is a way businesses can determine what project is better. They'll have the option of they have two different projects in mind, and they're unsure of what they do, and so by using this will give them an indication of what one they should go for. So without further ado, let's go through it. So a decision tree is a graphical presentation of a decision-making process within a business, and it aims to highlight the most cost-effective decision. So that's the key part, cost-effective. It doesn't do anything else, it talks about the costs. So the structure then, you see a square box, then it's known as a decision node. And the branches coming off of this are definitive alternatives, so the alternatives of the decision. What can you do? Circles are then known as chance nodes, and branches from the circle will show the likelihood of that occurring. So for example, you'll have a square with a node, you'll have two lines coming from there giving you two options, and then you have ones come, and then that goes to a circle, those lines. That circle is essentially then what the project, what it is, and then the lines coming from that there are all the different possibilities or outcomes of that, and then what's the probability of it happening. Your expected values will be at the far right. So let's see what they actually look like, etc. I should probably have had one on the screen, but what essentially will happen, we'll go through the advantages and disadvantages, and then I will walk you through one. So the advantage is that they place a numerical value on each option. They encourage dialogue and forces decision makers to take into account all the risks. They're very useful in situations where there's a logical sequence of events, and it's simple to understand and interpret as well. So on the other side though, the information is based on probability, and therefore it's usually unreliable. It's prone to error, or some probabilities are very difficult to predict, and it ignores important qualitative data. So what actually happens is you'll have a square box on the far left, and that'll say, let's say, open up a new HQ, and then you'll have two lines coming over out of it, one up, one down, and you'll have then circle chance nodes, which inside may be like in Canada and in the US, between where the HQ is going to be. Then you'll have, let's focus on Canada, which is going to be the top one first. You'll have three lines coming out of those, and it'll say the probability of making 100 grand is this probability in a decimal, then 250 grand, and then a million, for example. Go like in there free. You'll do the probability of those, and then on the other side it'll be the same, only the probabilities will be different. So that's how the decision tree works, and then you'll do some calculations in order to find out which is going to be the most. Now be careful, because at the very start it'll say, for example, going to Canada might cost you 500,000, going to the US might cost you $1 million. So you'll have to take that away from what you do at the very end. I believe what you do is simply on the probabilities for, let's say, Canada, you just times them all together, and then you can judge from there what the probability is. So I will put an example on screen for you, but for you to look at. But otherwise, I've been Dylan from C.A.R. Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.